Tom Clark, we'll talk about your innings in a minute, but that was a special innings from Michael Pepper. Do you sometimes just have to sort of tip your hat and say, well played?
Definitely, I think that's about as good as it gets in T20 cricket. I think we're obviously very frustrated to come out on the losing side, but that was a great innings to watch. Obviously, not nice to be up against, but you have to take your hat off to innings like that. It was very good.
And I guess it shows how a game can change, because at 90 for 5, I'm not saying Sussex were home and hosed, but you were in a great position at that time.
Yeah, I guess it just shows how the game's changed now. Everyone comes out and plays hard. I think that's the difference now. You can get teams 5 down, but 7, 8, 9 come in and they can score at 10, 11, 12 and over very capably. So it's just making sure we're ruthless all the way through and make sure we put the nail in the coffin, because things like that can happen.
And actually, an important part played by Charlie Allison as well when he came in.
Yeah, I thought he played very well too. He came in and struck the ball very well from ball one and played alongside Pepper and made sure they got over the line.
Let's talk about Sussex, and let's talk about the pitch, because we've had over 400 runs here today. You were out there for a long time batting. Well, this is going to be really good pitches at Hove this season.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they've been very good. I think that's something we wanted was good pitches, just for everyone. For if you bowl well, you can get a lot out of it. As you saw from Ollie Robb, he gets the most out of it. But strong shots and good cricket shots, you get rewarded for. So I think they've been very good pitches here, and it's not massive, so you get high scoring, good games here.
Let's talk about yourself, because that's your top score in T20 cricket. It goes without saying you must be delighted to have to weigh in with some runs.
Yeah, it was nice to get some runs. I'm fairly frustrated. I felt like I left sort of maybe 20, 30 out there, to be honest. I couldn't get going with Husey at the start. I was getting frustrated. I don't know if you could tell, but he played very well at the other end to take some pressure off me. I was happy I didn't give it away in the end. I could have easily gave it away for 30 odd, as I have done maybe the first 2 games. And I guess the best place to learn is in the middle, so hopefully I take some good learnings from that, but definitely thought I left a few out there.
Does it help when you're going through a patch where perhaps you're not timing it as well, to have someone like Daniel, an experienced player, out there with you?
Definitely, it helps a lot. It's invaluable, because if you're out there with someone who's maybe not as experienced, you can quite easily give your wicket away, but just talking to him and breaking it down, and he's going so well at the other end, it helps enormously. One
of the features of this campaign for Sussex has been the fact that everybody has chipped in now and again.
Yeah.
Does that feel quite good that you've weighed in today as well?
Definitely, yeah. Having missed the first 8 games, I was raring to go and fortunate enough to come straight back into the team and got a couple of starts. But I wanted to contribute to a win, which I couldn't do today. But I guess, as I said, time in the middle. Hopefully, I can kick on from that, and everyone's contributing very well. So it's a good place to be.
Yeah. 2 games to go.
Yep.
Somerset away, never easy down there. Middlesex back here on Friday. Hopefully another a full house.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like here playing, Tom, when it's packed to the rafters?
Great. We were just saying today it was a really good crowd. Actually, you're not sure what you're going to get from the 2:30 games, but I think that was probably the best crowd we've had. And this year we've been a lot better at home than we have in previous years. So I guess that gives something for them to cheer about. But it's lovely having a packed crowd supporting you.
Yeah, and also, how important does that make a home quarter final in terms of knowing this ground? Because, knowing this could be invaluable.
Yeah, definitely. That's something we pride ourselves on this year. We've been a lot better at home, so knowing our conditions, knowing what we're going to get, having some confidence here and the home crowd, I think is important, and that's what we're striving for. So the last 2 games, that'll be our aim.
And I've got to tell you, up in the commentary box today, there was someone who was a bit of a mentor. I don't know if he was a bit. He coached you a bit. Chris Nash was up there watching you. Yeah. So he was chatting. He was pleased with the way you played as well. Yeah. Where does this sort of leave the campaign? I say 2 games to go. 2 wins and home quarter final.
Yeah, we're still in a very, very strong position. I think games like today can happen. That's T20 cricket. We know that it's very up and down. But we've got 8 wins from 12, is it? Which is, I think you'd snap your hand off to be qualified by this stage already at the start of the comp. But now it's just making sure we get enough, 2 wins from the last 2 to make sure we're here for a quarter final.
Well batted today, Tom.
Cheers, thank you.